Hi everybody, it's me Jill and welcome to Jill Informed. This is the recap of Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 12, Can't See the Forest for the Trees. All right, this week we open with Christine telling us that she is turning 50 years old and they are having a 50s theme party that night. Janelle, Savannah, Gabriel, and Garrison are all driving to Salt Lake City from Flagstaff to celebrate. Janelle's sister and her husband are also coming, and their kids. And then all of Christine's kids who are in town, including Isabel, who is in town from North Carolina, they're also going to be there. We see everyone kind of, setting up, helping to set up the party. Christine said she doesn't feel old. She feels fantastic. And she also says, I love being single. I'm dating, just a little bit I'm dating. So I'm assuming this is David because I don't think she dated anybody else, which I know that's really red flaggy to just marry the first guy you dated. But he does seem like a decent guy, I think. I don't know. And also, I could be wrong. Maybe she has gone on some other date. We know she met with a matchmaker, so I don't know. They keep messing around so much with the timeline that I feel like Christine's birthday is maybe April, and we've already seen Janelle's birthday date with Cody, and Janelle's birthday's in May. So they really are screwing around with the timeline here with us. And not that anything really matters because it's all like a year and a half ago that this stuff happened. Like I said, McKelty and Tony announced that they're having twins, and those twin boys, they're already a year old. So I guess doing some things out of order doesn't really matter. In Janelle's confessional, she's just really happy for Christine that she's dating again. We also get to see little Avalon in her 50s dress, her little poodle skirt, and so cute. That is like the cutest kid ever. Speaking of McKelty and Tony having twins, do you remember when Cody said in his confessional, there's no twins on my side of the family, so it must be Tony's family? Yeah. In Christine's confessional now, she tells us that Cody has nieces that are twins. So his brother or sister had twins, and Cody's dad has twin brothers. How do you not know that your uncles are twins and your nieces are twins? How is that something you forget when you're asked, are there any twins in your family? And you've got two. And it's not just distant, your nieces and your uncles. So weird. What else is weird is that McKelty is announcing for the third time now that she's having twins to who? I think the cameraman. There's nobody else in the kitchen. It's McKelty, Tony, and Christine in Christine's kitchen, and McKelty is now telling the cameraman. She also tells the cameraman that the first people that were told that she and Tony were having twins, Robin and Cody. Yeah. Well, she had to. McKelty tells us she really had no choice because Robin had morning sickness with her pregnancies and Mom didn't. So I basically had to ask Robin, what do I do? Listen, I don't know if it's because Christine is standing right there smiling hey, it's A-okay with me that she, shared this big news with my ex and his wife first. I don't know if it's that or if it's because she's sharing this news with the cameraman. I don't know, but something feels really strange about this scene. Then we get Robin's confessional. I guess that we were the first people that she told. Of course, I feel honored, and I guess she feels safe doing that. We're just really excited for her. In Christine's confessional, she said, listen, McKelty is really close to Cody and Robin, and that will never change. Try as I might, that will never change. No, she just said, that'll never change, and that's okay. It has nothing to do with my feelings about them at all. Sometimes she will tell me something first, and sometimes she'll tell them something first. That's her story. It's her life. Yeah, but something as big as I'm having twins and your mom isn't the first one you tell. Your dad and his wife. I think that one would sting a little. Also, I would say, wow, Cody, it doesn't really sound like she's trash talking you to her children, does it? One of her kids just announced the biggest thing in her life to you first. So, maybe you need to let up on that. Christine is just trashing me to my kids, and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, maybe give that one up. Anyway, tonight at the party, Janelle and the others who don't know are going to be told. So, this announcement of the twins is happening for us, the viewers at home, like 4 times. All right, so the Flagstaff family has arrived now, and Christine is thrilled that Janelle dressed up for it. Janelle's got a cute little green, 50s dress on, and she's just really excited. And then for some reason we get all of these confessionals from the adults in the family speculating on if things would be different if the whole family moved back to Utah the way Christine wanted them to. As soon as polygamy became decriminalized in Utah, Christine wanted to move back. Now she says that she thinks it probably would have just prolonged her leaving. She would have done it anyway, but maybe just not as soon. Cody says he doesn't think it would have mattered at all. Robin wonders where they would be if they had never moved to Flagstaff. Yeah, let's speculate on that, Robin, because as far as I know, you're the reason the family moved to Flagstaff, because Dayton was going to school there and you needed to be close to your tiny little baby boy. Janelle thinks that it wouldn't matter because the family already changed when Cody made his preference for Robin more and more apparent. She said it just got more obvious once we moved to Flagstaff. So we're still outside in the driveway, and McKelty blurts out that she's having twins. Again, she is so bad at this. She blurts it out. Nobody even can hear what she's saying. She's mumbling it so fast. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think TLC is having her announce it so many times because they're hoping that one of the times she'll get it right. She'll allow for some suspense to build. But no. Yeah, I've got a great gift for my mom. Her daughter's having twins. And everyone's like, wait, what? Huh? What? What did you just say? Janelle goes, you're pregnant? And McKelty said, yeah. And she goes, you're having twins? And the best part of this was that Janelle got very teary-eyed. It was sweet. And as Tony pointed out, Janelle almost never cries. So that made it even more special. So now they're in the house and everybody's singing happy birthday and Christine is blowing out the candles. And we cut to sobbing Robin. Yeah, it's Robin's confessional. Cody and I and the kids were not invited to Christine's birthday party. It's really hard for my kids and I when we find out that the family is gathering and doing things without us. It really stings when we find out. Hold on. Time out. Are you suggesting that Christine invite her ex-husband and his wife and their children to her birthday party in another state? No, right? You're not really thinking you should have been invited. Was Christine invited to your birthday party? Or how about, I don't know, Christmas or second Christmas? You didn't even invite Meri to second Christmas. We're victims, we're excluded from everything. The rest of the family doesn't like me and my kids. That act has got to go. It's Christine's 50th birthday. Does Brianna really want to be there? Dayton? Aurora? I mean, come on. Well, maybe Aurora. I think Aurora's best friends are in their 50s. In Christine's confessional, she said, listen, I would love for Robin's kids to see their siblings, but my 50th birthday party was not the right venue for that. Yeah. And also, look, at various times, Janelle's kids and Christine's have said that they miss Robin's kids and they want to get together with them. So I think that Robin, all the adults really, need to butt out They can plan a little get-together for all the siblings, all of them, whoever wants to come. And the adults should stay out of it, period. Okay, so McKelty made 2 chocolate cakes. One of them is heavily alcoholed, and the other has not been alcoholed at all. In Janelle's confessional, she goes, "Oh, I had the alcohol one." And then she smiles. In Christine's confessional, "I had the alcohol one. Yeah. Whatever, I'm having a good time at my party." Oh, I definitely like the new Christine and Janelle. And I also really don't ever remember them being that fun. Janelle says she has so much fun at Christine's party. She's like, it was just easy. It's the easiest party I've ever been to. No politics, no waiting on somebody who's late. Who was that, do you think? It's either Robin and Cody or Meri, but I bet it's Robin and Cody because... No offense, Meri, but I don't think anyone would hold the party for you if you were late. Anyway, Janelle's like, it's just easy being here with Christine and her kids. And in Christine's, she said, you know, Janelle and I and our kids are just family, and we're going to stick together. We just are. Okay, next we are in Parowan, Utah with Meri, and her friend is going to be showing her plans. He's an interior designer. He's going to be showing her plans that he has made for the carriage house. Now, this is where she's going to be renovating it to be kind of like a little shop, I guess, for her LuLaRoe business. Meri says that her aesthetic is like industrial steampunk, which that feels like just about the opposite of LuLaRoe. I mean, I'm not super well versed in LuLaRoe. I don't own any LuLaRoe stuff, but I did see that documentary. And I feel like it's just a wild prints and wildly colored leggings. Like, I feel like that is the staple of the business. And then, you know, it's maybe expanded into some other pieces, like some soft blazers and some tops, things like that. But all I can think of is like these crazy flowers or leopard print or like all kinds of crazy colorful leggings. And that does not scream steampunk to me. Not that I'm mad at like an industrial kind of clean lines and stuff. Like that's kind of, I like that. Maybe the background needs to be almost a blank canvas so that it doesn't clash with the leggings. Maybe that would be the way to go. Anyway, Meri tells us that she met her interior designer, Blair, and his husband about 4 or 5 years ago online. She says that she was being very cautious because sometimes online, people pretend to be someone other than who they really are. We flash back to Meri being catfished a few years ago. And she calls that person a big fat liar. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the show, Meri was chatting with someone for a while there that she believed to be a man. And kept wanting to meet this guy in person. It was very flirty. Meri tries to downplay that it was anything other than like friendship, but it turned out that this was some crazy woman that was pretending to be this guy. That caused a major fracture in the family and certainly in Cody and Meri's relationship. However, I will say that it was born of the fact that Cody wasn't really giving Meri much attention. I think if he was, and if their marriage was good, she wouldn't have been seeking out this attention or affection or whatever from another man in the first place. I'm not giving her a pass on it. I'm just saying that kind of happens to people who are lacking something in their own life, right? That sort of makes sense to me. Anyway, so Meri has learned her lesson, but since she has to do a lot of business online for her work, she now has a policy of, I need to FaceTime with you first. And if they aren't willing to video chat, then it goes no further, but she just wants to make sure that the person's real. So Meri shows Blair the carriage house. They're waiting on her friend Jen, by the way, because Jen is Meri's right-hand man, and, she's part of every decision that Meri makes, supposedly. in the meantime, while they're waiting for Jen, she takes Blair into the carriage house to show him the space. If you ask me, it still has a lot of crap in it, although both Meri and Blair say it looks a lot emptier than it did before. So even though this LuLaRoe business is mostly online, this will be like a place that people can come and try things on. There's going to be a dressing room in there and, purchase things in person, I guess, like a little pop-up shop kind of a thing. In Robin's confessional, she said, "Yeah, I knew Jen back in Las Vegas, and I wish that Meri and I could be more light and fun the way Meri and Jen are. But I just know that the role that Meri and I have for each other is sort of consoling each other through the trauma that we've both been through." Okay, so she's suggesting that she and Meri are trauma bonding, but I would say that you and Meri are not going through the same trauma at all. I know that Robin likes to think that their mutual trauma is Christine broke up the family. Christine left the family and left them all in shambles. That's not it. You're the trauma, Robin. I'm sorry. If you can't see the trauma in the room, it's probably you. Yeah, you're the trauma. You came into the family. Cody fell head over heels in love with his diesel jeans model. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. I'm not going to get into that stuff because I didn't even listen to this myself, but Cody Brown had recently guest starred on a podcast for something about Mormonism. And I believe the hosts are former Mormons or former polygamists. That I'm not sure about. But they had him on as a guest. And one of the guys he knows, that's a friend of his. Anyway, I've heard this so many times. I've heard it from the other podcasts I listen to that I've already recommended to you guys that talk about sister wives. I've seen it on social media and other places. Just little snippets of this 2-hour podcast interview with Cody Brown. And in one of the parts of it, he said something about him leveling up his life because now he's with this diesel jeans model. Robin. There also was another point. Sorry, I'm going off on a little tangent here, but there was another part of that conversation where Cody had talked about Robin's other mother. I guess Robin's father has 2 wives. So not her biological mother, but the sister wife to her mother. And he said something very negative about this person and then wanted to have it cut. Hey, I don't know about, I probably spoke out of turn there. Can we cut that out? And the hosts were like, we could try, but you do know this is live, right? So, there was no cutting it out. Anyway, that's why I make the joke about the diesel jeans model. But what I'm saying is the trauma was that Cody fell in love with Robin, like madly in love with her. She became the love of his life in a way that he never knew before with his 3 previous wives. And, that doesn't work. So I'm just saying that's the real trauma for the family. The fact of the matter is Christine leaving the family is a result of the trauma, not the trauma itself, And also, I'm sorry, I don't think, well, 2 things. One, I'm sure Meri would like it if you weren't such a sad sack all the time. Meri seems like someone who likes to get silly and have fun. And yes, Jen is filling that for her right now, but I'm sure she would like to do that with you. I don't think she just wants to always be like, wah, wah, whenever she's having a conversation with you. But the other thing I was going to say is I'm not sure how good you are at consoling Meri. Like, you seem to think that your role for each other is to console each other through your mutual trauma. I don't think you're good at consoling Meri, if only by virtue of the fact that you're the cause of her pain. You're the woman her husband fell in love with. So I'm not sure how you can make her feel better about her husband not wanting her anymore when you're a big part of the reason why he doesn't. Not that that's Robin's fault. It's not. But it just means that you're not the best person to share her pain with, you know? And besides, Robin, if you were more like Jen, what would you do with yourself? You know, like if you couldn't be a sad victim all day long. Anyway, so Robin says she's not jealous of what Meri and Jen have, but she just wishes that she had more of that too. Well, you got Cody, so you can't have it both ways. Congratulations. Whoa. All right, next, Janelle has moved into a new apartment. Oh, hallelujah, Janelle. I can't see the whole thing yet. I can only see the kitchen, but it is already 100,000 times better than the last apartment. If only because it doesn't seem to be lit by one dim light bulb. It's really nice. There's an island, granite countertops. It's nice. In Janelle's confessional, she said, you know, Cody wants to come over and see this new apartment that I'm renting. It's fine. She's so excited. In Cody's confessional, he said, you know, I don't know how to defend this relationship with Janelle, but I feel pathetically that she commonly rejects me. Do you want to reconcile? Not really. It's almost that simple. It is that simple, dude. Do you want to reconcile with Cody? Not really. In her confessional, Janelle said, look, if he was dying to get back with me, he would have called a counselor. He would be actively pursuing that. But no, he's not doing anything. There's been no conversation, no communication about it. Cody says that neither of them are interested. He's trying to be. Trying to be interested or trying to get her interested. I don't know what that meant, but he's trying to be. He's trying to talk about reconciliation. Cody says he can't figure out if the reason he's being shy about it is because Janelle has made it very clear that she's not interested in getting back together, or if it's because he's kind of happy she doesn't want to reconcile. Yeah, because why would you want to? You love Robin and you only love Robin. Again, it goes back to me thinking that it's because he thinks Robin will be mad if he doesn't. He doesn't want to lose the love of his life, that's for sure. He's happy to be with her and only her, but he's not sure she's happy with that. Anyway, he goes, so I said, let's go out next week and talk about things. So now Cody knocks at the door and Savannah answers. They hug. In Janelle's confessional, she said, Cody's been making an effort with Savannah lately. He takes her out to dinner every couple of weeks. Huh? That's an effort? To see her twice a month? Okay, I mean, it's not much of an effort. So he's kind of looking around the apartment, asking Savannah, do you like this place more than the RV? And she's like, yeah. Do you like it more than your last apartment? What do you think, Cody? Both of those places were horrible, and you know it. And this place is nice. She's like, yes, and he laughs. And Janelle, I think because she didn't know what to do or what to say, she tells him that she's got some art that needs to be hung on the walls. And could he do that for her? Because you're better at that than I am. Yeah, he should be. It's his full-time job over at the Cracker Barrel franchise that Robin runs. In his confessional, Cody doesn't know if it's weird that Janelle's asking him to hang pictures or not. You know, plural marriage is always a test. Pick me, do something for me. No, it's not that complicated, Cody. She just said it because she didn't know what else to say. She can hang her own damn pictures. She knows it. You know it. Savannah knows it. She's just trying to, make you feel less awkward or make you feel useful or something. She wants you out of her house is what's happening. And she just kind of panicked and blurted out, can you hang my pictures for me? You're good at that. Anyway, Cody loves the place. He loves it. The primary bedroom is huge. There's a huge bathroom. He's like, oh my God. He loves it. He's like, the other place was pretty cramped. But he is wondering if Janelle moved because the other place was their place. He was living there with her. And now this is kind of just her place. That's what he's wondering. Although, a couple of things. Did you really live there? I don't think so. I question whether Cody spent a single night in that cramped little apartment. Because I remember when she got that place, I think it was an episode last season, when she showed it to him, and he was like, ugh, I can't fit my nightstand. I can't have the lamp I like to read in bed. Like, he hated it. And I just have a very strong feeling that he didn't spend a single night there. Anyway, now he's saying in his confessional, it doesn't look like I'm going to be staying here. Honestly, I don't even know why she's showing me this place other than, it's where my daughter lives. Okay. First of all, you're the one that asked to come and see it. Janelle was like, Cody wants to see my new apartment, I guess. And then I guess because your daughter lives there, you don't care where Savannah lives. Other than to know the address to pick her up at to go to dinner twice a month. What do you care? Okay, now we're back in Parowan. And Jen has arrived, and now Blair is showing them his plans. A lot of people have made fun of Blair just getting a trifold from Walmart or something. It's fine. The plans are fine. It's I feel like she didn't need an interior designer for the equivalent of a one-car garage. This carriage house is small. I don't know. There are stairs going up. There's an upstairs area. I don't know if he's designing that too, if that's going to be part of the shop or not. But it's such a small space. Really, all that he's putting in there is a big long island, I guess for her to fold her leggings on or something, a little desk in the corner by the door, and a dressing room, which is not even a room. He literally has just sectioned off the area behind the stairs with 2 curtains. There's not much to it. Flooring, walls, and a big island. I mean, there are some, I can see that he added some steampunk elements to, the racks and stuff like that. But again, it's fine. It's just not, there's just not much to it. But there's enough for Meri to complain about, because we do get a glimpse into control freak Meri. We flash back to when they were having the houses built in Las Vegas, and Meri was super picky about, she wanted a wet bar, and I want this. I don't know if I want another bedroom, Cody, but I might want a studio. I don't want sliding doors. I said I would never want sliding doors. So she was pretty, forceful about her opinions. Now she's saying the best part of this project is that it's all mine, and I don't have to compromise with anybody. I don't have to worry what Cody thinks, what he likes or doesn't like. It's just all me. Even though there's a little back and forth about a white marble countertop to this island, which Meri hates white. She's very opinionated and has very strong opinions on very weird things. Like, for example, I don't like circles, she said. Circles are dumb. Okay. Anyway, she's actually just very happy with everything, and she's excited for the project to get going. Back at Janelle's apartment, Cody is still touring. He now wants to see Savannah's room. She's got her own bathroom. And in his confessional, Cody says, I have no idea why Janelle switched apartments. Dude, you saw the old apartment, right? And you see the one you're in right now? There's your reason. He's like, if she told me why, I've forgotten. Because, off the top of my head, I don't remember why she moved. So the apartment is 1,500 square feet, which is bigger than Janelle's designs for the casita that she was going to build out on Coyote Pass. That was going to be 1,200 square feet, and it was going to be above a garage. And you guys, I can't remember now why she was going to just build a casita above a garage. I think it was because it was fast and easy, and it would just get her out on the property, and it would be a place for her to live while she was having her real house built, which was going to take a lot longer. And then maybe also it would be a place that the others could kind of move into while they're waiting for their houses to be built. I don't remember, but all I know is right now that casita above the garage feels a lot like the barn dominium idea, doesn't it? This little apartment living space above a garage? Yeah. I don't know if she intended Cody to like store his stuff underneath her house, or if she just thought that would be like where she would put her stuff, her car and then other things. I really don't remember the whole reasoning for the casita in the first place, other than it would be something that could be completed quickly and she could stay there while her real house was being built. But Cody's thinking that now that she's got this nice apartment, she'll just stay there until her real house is built, which, yeah, if she was going to be living on Coyote Pass, which is very questionable. In Janelle's confessional, she goes, he's not putting up any money for this house that I'm building, so I don't understand this we thing. I'm the one doing the financing. She said, I think it's just a throwback to when we thought that the family stuff really belonged to the whole family. But that doesn't apply anymore. No, it does not. Cody, in his confessional, he thinks it's stupid to build a 1,200 square foot house on 2 acres of land. That doesn't work for me, he says. Although he does concede that it's not up to me anymore. I just give opinions. Yes, whether people want them or not. Anyway, Janelle's like, well, we still have to pay off the land this year. And he goes, yeah. In Janelle's confessional, she said she is still thinking about building on the property because that represents her estate. Yes, girl, I know it does, but sell it. Just sell it. Start over. You need to start over. And then I never heard this expression before, but what Janelle says now is, listen, I don't know if Cody's ever going to get his poop in a group and build out there. I don't know if Cody is going to get his poop in a group. Yeah. I mean, I think it's doubtful that Cody will ever get his poop in a group enough to build anything. But she's like, so maybe they build, maybe they don't. But guess what? We can put up a really high fence between the properties, so I don't even have to interact with them. Yeah. Although I would say worst idea ever. The last place I would want to be is next door to Robin and Cody. Anyway, so it's just really weird with Cody there. Janelle now is like, I'm going to get rid of anything that's in storage that doesn't fit in this apartment because, the house is going to be this size or smaller. So if it doesn't fit here, it's not going to fit in the house I build. So she's like starting to purge things that she has in storage. And basically they've run out of small talk. Cody says, I'm not even welcome here anymore. That's why it's so awkward in his confessional. But yeah, he mentions the countertop and the island are 2 different colors. Why do you think that is? They don't know. Janelle didn't even notice it. Savannah talks about how deep the kitchen sink is. In Janelle's confessional, she's laughing so hard. She's like, oh my God, even Savannah is trying to fill the awkward silences. In Cody's confessional, he goes, it's clear I'm never going to live here. I don't know why I'm talking about it, how deep the sink is. I'm never going to do dishes in it. Oh God. Janelle makes some really good points in her confessional now. She said, Cody has never said, I miss you, I love you, I want you back. It's always been, don't you want the family back together? And she's like, that's so his life can run smoothly. But why would I work on a relationship with Meri and Robin if things aren't even working with Cody? He just wants you to protect Robin. I mean, let's face it, he doesn't care if you like Meri or not. He doesn't either. She goes, he just wants to protect Robin from me being a bad sister wife. And I'm done with that. Yeah, you are, girl. Back in Cody's confessional, we get sad music. It's sad. I can't put the puzzle pieces back together. But I am going to ask her again next week if we can reconcile. Why? It's painful every time. Maybe I should get more serious about it. Who are you trying to convince? Just come out and say, this is for Robin. I don't give a crap about Meri. I don't give a crap about Christine. I don't give a crap about Janelle. But Robin wants to be in a plural marriage. And without those 3, I don't know what to do. I'm happy living in the front of a Cracker Barrel with my diesel jeans model. But she is not. Side note, I'm wondering if he should pursue another wife. And I don't know if he could get someone, younger and more attractive than Robin, but it would be a very interesting dynamic. Because as I said before, I don't think Robin wants to be an only wife, but I do think she wants to be the favorite wife. So I'm not sure she wants him to pursue someone else. But that will be interesting because everyone else is gone now. End of 2023, real time here. The others are gone. Meri, gone. Janelle, gone. Christine's, remarried someone else. So it really is just Robin, and she hasn't left him, but I wonder if she's going to hound him to find another wife. That'll be interesting. And who would do it? What self-respecting woman would ever join that family? Ugh. Now we're back with Meri and Parowan, and she tells us that the last couple of months now, since she had her anniversary dinner with Cody, the one where he told her he never wants to have a relationship with her again. He's not going to work on it. He's not interested. He does not want to insert himself into Meri's life in any way, shape, or form. She's been doing a lot of thinking since then. What's there to think about? Do you have a choice here? She's driving back to Parowan right now, okay? So because she has to have some trees taken down because they aren't healthy and they're causing some concern, like they could damage the B&B. They're right in front. And she's sad about the trees because they're so old, and she imagines that maybe they've been around since Lizzie lived in the home, and that's like 4 generations ago. But as sad as she is about the trees coming down, Parowan has become her happy place, so she is happy to be heading there. She reminds us that Cody was babysitting Saul and Ariella on their anniversary, when Meri asked him to go out to dinner. And he said, I'm watching the kids. I have to check with Robin. So she tells us that she talked to Robin later and she told her what Cody said. And Robin's like, he's crazy. I would never make plans on your anniversary. And Meri laughs at that, but it's pretty sad, Meri. Because now it's crystal clear, right? That he was just making that up because he didn't want to go to dinner with you. He didn't even know why you called. Because it's not like we're still married. It's not like we've been living as a married couple, Meri. I mean, what more do you need as a sign to move on with your life? She talks about like their conversation at dinner and how every time he was trying to tell her it's over, she was not like hearing it. He's like, I never want what we used to have, Meri. And she goes, great, neither do I. I'm good with that. I want to move forward. We're different people. We don't even know who each other is anymore. Let's be curious about each other and figure something out here. And Cody said, I don't want to. Like, is that plain enough for you, Meri? That's when he said, your life is not one I want to insert myself into. So Meri doesn't like to think about it because they haven't had a real marriage in 8 years. Now, in Christine's confessional, she said, I was 18 when I met Meri and Cody, and they were so cute with each other. They were like the it couple. Everybody wanted to be like Meri and Cody. He was so sweet with her. It was why I wanted to be part of this family, because of the way he treated Meri. And then in Janelle's confessional, she said, when you're looking to become a part of a plural family, you look at the husband, at how he treats his current wives. Cody and Meri were in love and always together. And, it's so sad. We're like hearing all these stories of like happier times for Meri and Cody. And then we're also watching in the background these majestic pine trees being felled. And it's so poetic and symbolic. It's just, we are just being hit over the head with the symbolism. Meri says that she's proud of herself and that she's sad that Cody couldn't see the value in 3 decades of history that they have together. And then she says, I don't know what the future holds. And then she says, screw him. He's not worth it. It's scary. It's not what I wanted, but I didn't really want the trees to come down either. And yet here we are. It's like a parable or something. It's just so, she goes, and now that the trees are down, it's not as bad as I expected it to be. Yes. Yes, girl. And the space where the trees used to be, the sun is just shining a light toward better days and a brighter future. Oh, I can be poetic too. That is where this episode ends. All right, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for being here. If you liked this recap, please give it a thumbs up. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please consider doing so. And by clicking on the little bell icon in the corner, you will be notified every time I post something new here. If you happen to be an Amazon shopper, please consider going through one of the links in the description box below this video before you do your shopping, and I will receive a small credit for any qualifying purchases that you make. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.